And look at that. It is so real. Hello and welcome to a video that was probably you're thinking was a bit unexpected if you look at the title. It's not something I mentioned before, and that's because it is unexpected, this video. I didn't plan this at all, but as you would have seen from the title, we are here in something called Virtual Towers. Now you're probably looking at this wondering what is Virtual Towers, and I can completely understand why. So basically, before we get into this video, I'm going to do a bit of explaining. Virtual Towers is basically a virtual recreation of Alton Towers that is at the moment is in development and is basically in early alpha in the morning. Not in the morning, sorry, at the moment. And basically this isn't something I mentioned on the channel before. I don't believe I mentioned it on either of my channels. Obviously this is the new channel which is dedicated to theme parks, and as you've seen now, and in Planet Coaster episodes that I've already done, and PLVs, etc. Theme park gaming, and this is a theme park game, as you would have been able to guess. So yeah, basically it's a virtual recreation of Alton Towers, and as you'll be able to see, they have done an absolutely brilliant job of being able to recreate this. I mean, look at the shadows and everything. I am recording in 720p, so to me, I'm guessing this is a HD game, maybe even a bit above 1080, but definitely 1080p at least, this game that I'm in at the moment. But I'm recording in 720 because otherwise the file sizes would be massive. So to get the full visuals of this game, I mean, there isn't much visual difference for me between 720 and 1080, but I don't know, you might be able to tell the difference slightly. They might even make this compatible with 4K as well. I mean, if they did that, that would be absolutely, it would look real. I mean, if I wasn't told, I'd probably struggle to tell whether this is real or not, because this quality that you're seeing here are pretty much, if not exactly identical to the park on a 1-to-1 scale. You know, this is better quality than most kind of older cameras. I mean, obviously some of the newer cameras with 4K and that would look a bit better, but definitely much better than cameras 10 years ago. I mean, if you looked at a picture from 10 years ago and this, and you had to, and you were asked which did you think was real, you'd be saying this. That's what I mean, how good the quality actually is. So they've done a brilliant job. I mean, if we walk over here, look at the textures and everything. This is a 1-to-1 scale as well. The only slight thing I noticed is if you're walking really fast, they kind of all look like squares. I don't know if that's because you're just walking really fast or what, but as you can see, these are the actual cobbles or stones, whatever you want to call them, in the park. And yeah, these are like rectangular shaped. And as you can see over here, these are actually the banners that are used at the actual park to basically cordon off areas. So obviously this bit's cordoned off because I don't believe this is actually a path in the park. I think that's just a bit of woodland, as Alton Towers is in a rural area, and it's surrounded by quite a lot of woodland, as you can see from some of the bigger coasters, as we'll be able to see as we get into it. So as I was saying, it's in early alpha. They've been developing this for, I believe, 8 years, and you can tell, even with 8 years of work, they've been fully dedicated to this, because, I mean, look at all the detail, all the stones, the ones used in the park. I mean, you see videos, if you've been to the park, you'll see the exact same stones, like every single little detail of each stone. I mean, God knows how long it took to make these designs, and how often they had to visit the park, taking photos, videos. They might have even, I don't know, they might have even been in direct contact with the park, as obviously I'm sure the park are raving that they're doing this, as it's a good way for them to advertise Alton Towers. I mean, if they can practically see the real, people can practically see the real thing, sorry, in a game. I mean, you'll see when we get on the rides. I mean, you can probably already hear some rides in the background, but I mean, they sound like the real rides. I mean, they must have sampled, and if they've got special permission from the park to sample these, or whether they've gone and used special equipment to sample to get the best quality. I don't know how they did this. I mean, I'm into my programming side of things, and I wouldn't know where to start making something like this. So yeah, it truly is amazing. So if you couldn't already guess, we are in the area of the park which is known as X Sector, which is an area of the park I rarely go in. It's home to 3 thrill rides. There was actually a Hex demo released earlier, but this is more my kind of thing. But yeah, Hex demo was released a couple of years ago, which I believe was the first ride they did. It took them forever to make, but development has sped up now, so God knows when this game will be finished, but I'm sure it will be worth it. I believe they're getting some sort of management scheme into it as well, so you like on kind of Minecraft servers for theme parks and that. But yeah, I believe you're going to be able to be a guest, then kind of get promoted to being a cleaner and that. I don't know how quite it's going to work, but something like that. I did do a Minecraft kind of visit of, because there used to be a Minecraft server. It's not open anymore, but I did a Minecraft kind of visit of the park. I mean, right, so basically there was a server that had a Minecraft recreation of it that I went on, did some gameplay on my old channel a couple of years back now. Can't believe that was 2 years ago, it seemed like yesterday. That was on my old channel that wasn't theme park dedicated, but put a link to that in the description. I'll also put a link to Virtual Towers' YouTube channel, Facebook and Twitter. Have all links to that as well. Also, by the way, there's a link to the Facebook page where you can download it. I'm not going to do a video on how to download it, because it's pretty straightforward, but you download it from the Facebook page that they have. You can't download it from the Twitter, I don't believe, but basically on the Facebook page there's like a button at the top that says play game. It takes you to like a Dropbox site, and the download link's right there. It's a zip file that you will need to be able to extract. I might do a separate video in the future. If you want to know how to extract files, I'll do a video now, but with some of the stuff I'm planning for this channel in the future for the gaming side of things, I'm going to do a whole video on how to extract files. But there is a program you'll need, but if you're all fine with extracting, I won't bother now. But if people, drop me a comment whether you want me to make the video now or not. Anyway, let's get into it. But they are making Galactica as well, I believe. So I don't believe I've been up this path before. This isn't the way you go to get to the rides in this area, but I just thought I'd go up here. I mean, look how real this is. Just look at the grass, the fence, everything. All the shadows with the trees. They look totally real. God knows how they did it. But I believe that the better way to go is this way. I think you can get that way to Oblivion, but I'll go this way. Let's just have a look up this path. As you can tell, I'm pretty much blown away by this. I mean, listen to the soundtrack, the ambience. This has got everything. So I believe this is blocked off by some rocks or something, but yeah. Like, I played it through my speakers yesterday, but obviously I'm using a headset to record the audio. By the way, I'm sorry if it's a bit quieter. I've turned the volume down a bit because I felt like some of the audio in my videos was a bit loud and a bit kind of in your face kind of thing. But if you play this with a headset, it's even better. You get the full effect of kind of the audio. Like, this is so immersive. You won't be able, you need to come and play this for yourself, but because you won't be able to get the full effect by just watching the video. But this is so immersive. And now as we go into this area, you might be able to hear the smiley music kicking in. So as you can see, this is X Sector. We got Oblivion, which was meant to go on, but if you watch my Alton Towers video, you'll know that that was actually closed. But yeah, Oblivion's the original B&M dive coaster that I wanted to go and do, but it's one of the tallest rides in the park as well. And actually one's just about to go down now. I mean, look at how smooth that is moving as well. Like, they've got the pacing 100% right. And just listen to that noise as it enters the hole, which you can't actually see from here. Absolutely amazing. You've got the Fried Chicken Co. here, which is a shop in this area. Where, like, a little kind of takeaway shop where you can buy like chicken and that. And yeah, look at the design on this. And then if you go in here, I don't know if we get any audio in here. Oh, we do get a bit. I believe there's arcades in here as well. Not in here, but in this area. But yeah, you even get a bit of area in here. And wow, listen to that Oblivion noise. But yeah, we're going to head over to Oblivion first, and we're going to have a ride on that. So, as I was saying, this area is home to Oblivion, the Smiler, and the Enterprise, which is a flat ride. But I mean, look at the Smiler here, right? Look how real that is, how smooth those transitions are. And the noise as well, 100% right. Yeah, like the actual roar of the ride. That's why I know they must have sampled this. They can't have just created this from scratch. But we're gonna walk down, like, the soundtrack, everything. Sorry guys, I am getting a bit carried away by just how good this actually is. But we're gonna go down here, and we're gonna go on Oblivion if I can find the entrance. If I can't find how you get on this ride, because I've never been on it before, I will. There is a shortcut to, like, get on it. So yeah, here's Oblivion. So I believe that's not the entrance. I've ridden this before, so I'll know which bit is the entrance. But that is like the rider seat, and basically that's how you know if you can fit in it. You have a sitting there. I don't believe it's functional, but yeah, you're sitting there, and even look at the metal on that and everything. But you're sitting there, and you basically, that's to test if you can fit in it, because some people might struggle to fit in the seat. But I believe this is the entrance to the queue here. So we're gonna walk through here now. So basically, this queue is, I've seen it in videos and from the Minecraft recreation of this ride. It's basically an upward spiral, this queue, that goes up like a hill. So it's kind of like a helix on a roller coaster. And I thought I needed to jump the fence then to get in the queue, but I don't. So I'm gonna go through this queue right now, and when we go inside you'll hear the audio from the actual pre-show of the ride. Not the best quality, as this is such an old ride. Or maybe we don't get, yeah, we are getting a bit of audio, but I think it's kind of being blanked out by the ride itself, which I think is on the break room by listening to it at the moment. But yeah, God knows how big the file size is going to be for this video, but you can hear the audio there.
Bad news. You may be about to experience a feeling of deja vu. Typical acrophobic.
There's kind of a funny pre-show, I believe. I've never been on the ride, as I say, but when I go back to Alton Towers in a few weeks, I'll be going on this, and I'm sure be impressed by how real this is. So there's kind of 3 of these buildings. There's the Oblivion soundtrack there, by the way. But yeah, there's kind of 3 of these buildings you go through, I believe. And then I believe after this we get to the station. So it's quite not that long a queue. The Smiley's queue line is much longer, but that is a cattle pen. But I don't believe Oblivion really cattle pens at all. So I think we go up here now, up this little kind of tower thing. past the bin there. Even the bins look real. It's crazy. The detail that they've gone into. But here we are. Maybe it is a bit longer than I thought, but there's the break room there. But the looking round kind of camera is really sensitive, so I'm kind of struggling a bit with that. But here we are now in the actual station for the ride. I mean, look at the trains and everything. So what you do to go onto this ride is you press O. You can get on these rides from anywhere. You don't have to be in the station, but I thought I'd just show it to you. Because Oblivion is completely done. So you press O to get on the ride. So I believe we're still in the station here, ready to go up to the lift hill. And if you keep pressing O, you basically can switch between kind of views. But we're going to wait here to go up the lift hill. There's the harness coming down. I don't believe you can change the actual seat. I believe there's just 5 cameras, but I hope and I think that they will add the others in with time. So this is basically a square layout. It literally is just the drop. But here we are now on the lift hill. I don't know if that chain actually moves, but yeah, this still like looks like a real like Oblivion POV. But yeah, it's very slow lift hill this, and then we got kind of a slow corner around. We got the drop into the pit, which I've actually not gone and shown you. But I will show you that after we've been on the ride, before I go on the Smiler, which I'll do next, and then I'll do Enterprise last. But we go around this slow corner. As we approach the drop very slowly. All dive coasters are like this. This is actually not fully vertical. This is only 87 degrees, but they have 2 types of dive coasters, and you get the hang time here first, and then we go into the big drop with all the mist. Even the mist is there from the ride. You go around this overbank turn. You then go down the drop into the brake run, which in real life you'd have to wait ages on, but I believe in this they've got the throughput sorted on this ride in the game, so I believe we'll just go straight back into the station. As I was saying, there's 2 types of dive coaster pretty much. There's the 8-seater one and there's the 10-seater one. The 8-seater ones I believe are the older ones, which have only 87 degree drop, but it's still pretty much vertical, so they call it a vertical drop. Then you've got the 10-seater ones I believe, and maybe we're not going straight back into the station. But we are now, and then we'll have to wait on this brake run for a bit, but I'll just press E, which is the button to exit the ride. So the 10-seater ones have a 90 degree drop, and there's even roller coasters now, as some of you might know, with drops over that. But yeah, that's, and I'm pressing the wrong button, whoops. But yeah, coasters like Mumbo Jumbo at Flamingo Land have dropped over 90 degrees. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just walk forward. Whoa, let me go forward. You wouldn't be walking over the track in real life, that's for sure. But this is the exit path I believe. Well, it at least takes you out of the ride. And then I believe you take a left at the end of this. And you're back out the front. But yeah, Mumbo Jumbo at Flamingo Land was once the steepest roller coaster in the world, 120 odd degree drop, so yeah, that's what I mean. But yeah, this was the first to have a drop kind of this steep. But I believe we're gonna go down here now, and we're gonna watch Oblivion go down its drop. I kind of missed that one, so I kind of walk around here a bit, where we can get a good view of it, because in real life actually you can walk right down here, and I'll walk over here. Yeah, you can walk right down there in real life and watch it from here as well. I remember doing that a good few years ago when I was quite young and thinking, oh my god, I'll never go on this. And I'm about to go on it. in a couple of weeks' time, and well, a few more than a couple, but yeah. And look at that. It is so real. Anyway, let's head up now to the Smiler. So yeah, you can actually, as I was saying, see that drop in real life, and it is stunning in real life, even more so than on here, but they've still done a brilliant job recreating it. But now we are going to head over to the Smiler, which I am not so willing to go on, as I just think it would make me sick. But at least I get to ride it in Virtual Tower, so... And the realism of Virtual Towers means that this is pretty much... I pretty much get to experience it without actually going on it. But yeah, this queue's basically a big cattle pen under the ride, and neither me nor no one else, we are going through the fast track, because otherwise it's a really long queue. This one's still long enough, this version of it. But yeah, it's basically a big cattle pen underneath the queue. Normally I'm not a big fan of cattle pens, but this one is amazing because it goes right under the ride, and you can pretty much see the entire ride from up here. I mean, yeah, look at that. That's what I mean. I'm not going to stand there all day and watch it like I did with Oblivion, and whoa, was that a bit of a glitch? I don't know. Yeah, the shadows just changed a bit. Maybe there's a bit of a graphical glitch, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, even so, I'm not gonna diss them on that, because this game is just so amazing. So as you can see here, that was relatively short. We're already here now at the bit where you go inside and there's like all lights and stuff. I believe it's not the best indoor queue section ever, but yeah. And as you can see here, it says, look, a million apologies. Due to unforeseen teething problems, the Smiler will not be open today, but you still can ride by pressing L. So basically that means that the indoor section's not finished yet, but as you can see, the ride is running. So basically, you can, as I can say, you can get on the ride anywhere around the park, so you can just press L and jump right on. But I'm gonna switch, to a different camera, and here we are already setting off. I didn't get to show you the sort of things. The gates opening that and the lights coming on, which is quite good in the station. But yeah, that does happen. And then you go down like a drop, and you got an inversion. There's 14 inversions, most inversions in the world on this ride, which beat Colossus at Fort Park. And as you can hear, we got this very annoying soundtrack. Well, I find it annoying anyway. And it clearly plays at different parts around the rides. I mean, it plays all around the area, but you get little clips of laughter and stuff at different places around the ride. Yeah, you can count the inversions. So we just had a Heartline roll, which is the first one. We're now going up the lift hill, which looks very real because it's in a POV of the ride. The change's definitely there on this one. It might have been on Oblivion, I just couldn't really tell. We got a small first drop here into the corkscrew, which is the second inversion. Then straight after that we got a dive loop. It's literally is inversion after inversion on this ride. Another dive loop there, which is the fourth inversion. We got a good airtime hill there. And this is a back wing where I believe there was actually a tragic incident where this ride crashed a few years ago. And I believe it happened on that back wing. A train that was tested stalled and another train that was loaded crashed into it. Oh, and this soundtrack's even worse, so I'm going to talk right over it. So the back wing, there's two inversions, which was the fifth and the sixth inversion. But then, well, but something like, yeah, we've had, yeah, 6 inversions. Well, actually, yeah, that was the fifth and sixth. Then there was another corkscrew there, which was the 7th inversion, I believe. But now we have got another lift hill, which is a vertical lift hill, and I believe they did this because they actually couldn't fit all the riding, so they had to make it a vertical lift hill, so that they could fit all the inversions, because it's so compact, this ride. I mean, I know I don't like the sound of this ride or the idea, but it is an impressive ride. A bit of a steep drop there into the corkscrew there, another corkscrew into a big drop. This is actually a sea serpent roll here. This is what these two are called, put together. And that airtime hill looks good, I must say. But this is two more inversions here in Cobra roll, then we got two corkscrews. So that's 7 more there, which takes us to 14. I mean, you can't say that this ride isn't impressive, because it really is how they crammed this all into such a small space. So we are actually going to wait for this train to go, and so I can actually show you a bit of the station, which is quite... it's creepy, the right word. But it really does build up the experience. But yeah, they're just loading the train in front, I believe. And then what I am actually going to do is I'm actually going to jump off this ride. But I'm actually going to cut ahead in the video because it's going to make us go right back through the queue, because it puts you off the rides where you got on as you sort of oblivion. But it doesn't detect like you're in the queue or anything, so I have to walk like back to the way I came through the queue to get back out, and I didn't think you'd want to see that. So as you can see, like the lights come on there, and there's a bit of mist, and it goes straight into that drop. As you can see there's like doors which like close, and you've got that you belong to the Smiler, but yeah, basically they close and open when it's time for the ride. So yeah, I'm going to cut ahead in the video, and sorry guys, I just went in the wrong camera there, so I'm going to cut ahead until we're back out the queue line. So I will see you guys in a minute, and then we're going to jump on Enterprise and then finish off the video. So yeah, see you in a minute. Okay, we are now at the very start of the queue line. I could have gone straight over to Enterprise and showed you there, but I decided no, I would come to the start of the queue line and show you how to get to Enterprise from there, because it's just a bit further down into X sector, a bit further down the path into a bit with kind of a garden-like area kind of. I've never been down there in real life, I don't believe, because I don't like flat rides, and an Enterprise, you'll see what it is in a minute. But before I forget, there's a couple of things I want to say. I believe these inversions actually form like a smile kind of shape if you look at it, kind of. I believe that, so it's even more impressive that they actually thought about that. Another thing I wanted to say was just a reminder really that the guys who made this have done such good hard work. So please go and support them. As I say, putting a link to their YouTube, Facebook, Twitter in the description. I'm also putting a link, as I said, to my Alton Towers Minecraft video where we go around kind of pretty much the whole park and do all the major rides, which I'll be able to do another video of that here soon. I might even do like a big live stream or something, so on the day it comes out, because I'm definitely, after seeing this, going to be staying tuned, and the second this comes out I'm going to be downloading it and doing the update or whatever I need to do to get this. The Hex demo was like a separate game, so I'm not sure if they're going to launch another separate game, but this one kind of looked more kind of permanent, as it had its own like icon and everything. The Hex one was kind of like a zipped folder with some stuff in it on the game, whereas this one was kind of, I think it was just a zip folder with the game. I don't know, you'll see. But as I said, just leave a comment if you want me to do on a video on extracting zipped folders, and I'll use this as a demonstration actually. And I'll add it to the Virtual Towers playlist, which you'll be able to see I've created for future videos. But now we're heading over to Enterprise, away from this dreaded, in my opinion, Smiler ride. It is meant to be quite a smooth ride. It looked quite, quite a rough ride. It looked quite smooth on the simulation, but I believe in real life there's a bit more of a rattle kind of around the track, and it doesn't go through the transitions quite as smoothly, but it would be hard to kind of recreate that. And this is the exit to the Smiler, by the way, if you look down here. I did see a video where a guy actually went into the station, but I'm not quite sure how you kind of do that. But I'm going to be walking away from this ride and heading down here towards the Enterprise one of the only flat rides at Alton Towers. Alton Towers really could do with some more flat rides. I mean, I'm not a big fan of flat rides, but for the people who do like flat rides, they're going to be quite disappointed. And I believe, is this the Cooper Enterprise? I'm not sure, it might be the Cooper Enterprise. I think I can hear Enterprise. We might just have gone down kind of a side kind of path. I don't even know what view this is. Like, what is this for? Maybe it is for Enterprise. I don't really know. Because there's no other rides down here that it could be for. So I really don't know. Okay, there is the Enterprise. So instead of going down that queue, I think I'm just going to jump on it quickly. I don't know why I just walked right past it and didn't notice. I just wasn't looking in the right direction. So basically, Enterprises, the common rides, they're all around the world. They're basically like discs that like spin round, and you'll see they like tilt upwards. And yeah, basically like tilt upwards, as you can see, it's tilting upwards, and then you get to a point where you're almost like at a vertically banked angle, and they spin round, so they probably make you quite sick. I'm sure X-Sector has a lot of rides that would make you feel sick. I mean, the Smiler with so many inversions, and yeah, I forgot to mention the Smiler actually has different effects that are meant to kind of hypnotise you. I don't know if they actually do, or whether it's just kind of mist. From what it sounds like, it's just kind of like mist that's kind of fake, that doesn't actually like quite do that, but they just say it does anyway. As you can see, we're spinning round, and that's pretty much it with the Enterprise. It just kind of does that. So anyway, we're going to walk away from this now. So yeah, I think the Smiler's got like a flashing light, and it's got like mist, and yeah, it's got mist, smoke, and pretty much does what I've just said. But I don't, like I said, I don't know if it actually hypnotises you directly. But anyway, that's pretty much all from Virtual Towers. There is actually a board that tells you what all the different things do, which I could show you, but that's pretty much it. I mean, you got the toilets, a couple more things. I believe there's an arcade, but that's pretty much everything I can show you, as I don't believe any other bits of the park are open. If I do find anything else, I will show you, but I don't know how you get to Hex from here. There'll be a path somewhere, but yeah. There's always the other demo, but I don't know if you can download that anymore. You probably can get to it somewhere, but this is all the major rides really. That Hex is just like a ride that like tilts, and it's got a good theme queue line and that, but yeah. There's plenty of videos of Hex anyway, but yeah, this only came out about 3 days ago, I believe. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. I'll see you back at Alton Towers when I go back. Yeah, by the way, like I said, I do other theme park videos. If you just found this, I'm going to Disneyland Paris in a few weeks. I'm going to be filming all of that. But yeah, hopefully they release something else soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.